Douche. It's Joey Moss with Bad Boy Gaming. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing if you enjoy what you see. So over the years, we've seen a lot of crazy stuff on Magic the Gathering. Well, there is basically a new reserved list that consists of serialized cards. For example, the One of One, the One ring purchased by Post Malone. That was insane. $2 million. Only one of them exists, okay? Final Fantasy just came out. Currently, $720 for a collector box. You got to consider this price tag when you look at what a single card can sell for. What we're taking a look here to see today is Traveling Chocobo. These are reserve list cards. They don't have the title reserve list, but not these are particular ones. But any card printed that has serial numbers on them. I cannot speak on behalf of Wizards of the Coast because they could do anything really. But I do not believe anything serialized is ever going to get a reprint. Why would it? At least let's give it different art if they do that route. But I highly doubt it. The Traveling Chocobo, I like that they're doing the neon ink. That's really cool. You got the green, the yellow, the black, the mixture, the green pink, I don't know, a blue. Yeah, there's so many versions. The neon yellow or the neon ink yellow. Wow. Exclusive Japanese boxes only for that black one. And the neon pink ink. Pretty insane. And yeah, there's one price up here. You can ask whatever you want. This person somehow already has one up for sale. This is the card we're looking at. Numbered to 77. My guess is this is going to sell for, I mean, it's really, I don't like when someone's like, hey, what do you think, well, what is this worth? You have a question. I got this cool card. Wait, what is it worth? Whatever someone's willing to pay. I hate when people say that, but there is some truth to that. This is numbered to 77. So only 77 of these are out there, and you can only pick them up if you purchase a $719 box, collector box of Final Fantasy. Or maybe a random booster pack, you know, a random collector pack. I don't recommend doing that, though. The cards that are going to be worth even a higher premium within these 77 are the 1 of 77, the 7 of 77, the 69 of 77, and the 77 of 77. The very first or the very last, the 69, giggity goo. And the 7, of course. Those are going to seek premium prices. You could, I don't know if you could put a multiplier on it, but at least 1.5. Sometimes, in some cases, I've seen 3x, you know. It's whatever someone's willing to pay when it comes to those special prints right there. Special numbers. How do we gauge the price on this? Well, somewhere along the lines, you get the Soul Ring. You know, only 300 of these were ever made. Serial number 290 of 300. This one's PSA 10. The better the quality, the better the condition, the bigger the price tag. That's just how it works. A PSA 10, from a PSA 9 to a PSA 10, you guys know it's a huge jump in price. This card sold for about $14,000, probably around $12,000. It was a buy it now or best offer. Not graded. Balin's Tomb, Ancient Tomb. About $6,000-$7,000 raw. That is crazy. The first one, the 1 of 100 shards of Narsil. Am I saying that right? Narsil or Thorn of Amethyst. That one sold for $5,000-$6,000. These are crazy price tags, but these are numbered to 100. And this also, when it comes to the one in particular card, the Chocobo, the Chocobo. Chocobo, I don't know why, Chocobo Johnson, I don't know. Here's another one really quick to take a look at. Now, this is a black label pristine. I know BGS has been under, some scrutiny recently, but a black label, they don't just hand those out. The card has to be absolutely flawless with nothing wrong with it, centering corners, edges, surface. This person's asking $65,000. Will he get that? Maybe. Would I pay that? No, I don't have the money, but What I believe this card will sell for, I think, I don't know if correct me if I'm wrong, if someone wants to do some digging, I thought one of these in Black Label sold for over 30,000 already, like 32 or 33,000. Yeah, it could fetch a $35,000 price point. And there's 100 of these. 100 of those. The big thing you got to keep in mind is Final Fantasy touched a lot of our childhood hearts and continues to do so to this day. So this gold Traveling Chocobo, man, if you crack one, I would say you are looking at probably $250,000. You're looking at about $25,000 for the card. Absolutely insane. What do you guys think this card is going to sell for? I'd love to hear it. But I think a good comparison is to take a look at the serialized cards from Lord of the Rings, because that's another like pop culture, set that came out. And these Final Fantasy collector boxes, man, they are only going to go up in price. There might be a slight dip, might go to $690, maybe $680, doubt it. They're just going to shoot right up. The whales are going to jump in. People are going to, just regular folks, who saved up, their lunch money. They're going to get they're going to buy this stuff up. Isn't it already sold out? Pre-sales are just absolutely nuts. And people, when it comes to those pre-sale orders, oh man, so many people are going to cancel. But what people buy in Final Fantasy for initially? Let's take a look. The low was 600, and these folks right now can sell them for $680, $720. Recently sold. Most recent sale, $719. It's slightly off screen here. $719. So considering the price of the box, you are going to look at a $25,000 card. And that's just the way things are now. I think it's cool. Not going to lie. I predicted the serialized cards years in advance. I predicted the collector packs. Was it years in advance? It was maybe like a year or two when I started seeing standard showdown packs, which are now promo packs. I'm like, this would be cool if we just had a bunch of foils and all the rares and mythics and shit in just one, pack, instead of like tons of commons and uncommons, like filling up, blah, 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 blah. It was cool. It came out shortly thereafter. This is highly sought after. If you are going to tell me, Joey, I don't want one of these. If you've made it this far in the video, say, Joey, I don't want no Chocobo. If you tell me that, I don't believe it. I don't care if you like Final Fantasy or not, man. You pull one of these suckers, 25,000 smackaroos. Get it graded. I could be wrong. Price could be $30,000, $35,000, $40,000. It's crazy. I'm Joey Moss, Bad Boy Gaming. Let me hear your thoughts. Thanks for tuning in. Skadoosh.